Hello, beautiful Cancerian beings. Welcome to your reading. There's a lot of beautiful healing energy coming in for my beautiful Cancerian family. There's a lot of messaging coming through, so I'll be channeling first and continuously throughout the reading, but there's some messaging. What's coming through right now is the my spirit team wants to let you know that you're okay, that you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot, specifically in relationships. You've been through a lot because in your entire life there's been things that have happened to you that have caused you to want to nurture people. And I mean, that's a very Cancerian trait, but like, people please, make sure that everyone is happy, take care of your environments, make sure everyone in your family is happy, make sure your friends are happy, make sure your partners are happy. It's been all about everybody else except you. So a lot of people pleasing, a lot of not having boundaries, a lot of forgetting about you, forgetting about what you want, forgetting about what you need. And that is coming to an end very soon, because you've been doing a lot of really good inner work. You've been doing a lot of healing. You've been doing a lot of processing of wounds, of trauma that you have been carrying for most of your life. And all of that work is now really allowing you to understand that you are worthy, that you come first, that it is okay. And there's an ambulance or something. I don't know if you hear the sirens, but it's kind of like, yes, that emergency and necessary work for you to be able to support yourself in emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, and give to yourself what you need, what you want, what you deserve, the life that you deserve and that you've been working towards and that you've been wanting. Because I'm getting the messaging that most of your life you really felt like something is off, that you do so much for everybody else, and so why doesn't that come back to you? And you've been sort of waiting for these things to come back to you, especially in relationships. So there's been a lot of relationships that have been really hard, where you see the potential in people. Let's say you see people's souls, you understand that they're good people, and yet they're not showing up like that in relationships. And on the contrary, then you end up being really hurt, because what you thought you were going to get from the relationship, or what you thought was going to be the experience of the relationship, turns out to be very, very different. And a lot of that really has to do with what you feel you're worth. And there's no judgment here. I've been there. I'm still on this journey of understanding my worth. So please understand that that's where that's coming from. No judgment at all. But you're finally starting to understand that you are so worthy of such beautiful, beautiful things and experiences and wonderful relationships, that it's starting to open up. And the reason why I'm here on a Saturday morning early is because Spirit wanted me to get this to you. This channel is very new, so thank you to all of you who are here. I wasn't planning on doing readings for specific signs, but I've been very, very, very led this morning. I'm like, still have pajama pants on, I swear. But I needed to come. I was guided to give this message to you. And my beautiful Cancerians, you are just such nurturing, empathic, intuitive, feeling people. And I just want to thank you for like, that's just showing up the way that you do. And I also want to say that it's your turn now. You've done so much for everybody else. You've nurtured everybody else. You've put yourself out there, expend so much energy helping people, treating people really kindly, putting up with stuff, I don't want to say like abuse, let's say, but just putting up with a lot of things and energies that were never helpful, were never kind. And you were always just sort of thinking like, okay, well, I thought this was going to be different, and I'm doing so much for this person, or I'm doing so much for my family. When is someone going to do that for me? Your energy has been depleted. You've been depleting your energy. You've been saying yes to everything. You've been going above and beyond what you have the energy, strength, power to do, because you continue to do so much that you're continuing to deplete yourself. But this is it. I'm getting the messaging that you're realizing how much you're, oof, I just got a bit dizzy. Okay, thank you, Spirit. You're realizing how much you're worth, and you're realizing and already starting to take steps towards different directions, starting to take steps towards taking care of yourselves and putting yourself first and putting up those boundaries. Let's see what cards we've gotten here. Um, yeah, the Four of Wands, right? So this this new sort of awakening within you to understand what you deserve. The Four of Wands is it's such a beautiful card, a beautiful energy card. Sometimes people say it's the card of marriage, but it's a card of really good foundations. The 1111 card. It says it's time to kick back, relax, and celebrate all that you have. Joy arises from success in your career, the completion of a project, or a very happy home life. It's a really positive energy, and it tells me that you are. Oh my goodness. Okay, the next card that you got is the High Priestess. And in this deck, this is an animal spirit deck. So the owl, now High Priestess, as we know, is all about your intuition. You've known at a soul level that you're meant for more, that you're meant to experience more positive things, that you're meant to really be aligned to who you are. And as a Cancerian, like, you are so connected to your intuitive messaging and your inner being and your inner soul, which is why most of your life you're like, okay, I don't understand why I'm experiencing all of these things. And remember that a lot of times our soul does choose some of these really painful experiences in order for us to learn our worth. And that's a lot of what you've been experiencing. But let me tell you, this is just, especially remember, Jupiter's going into Cancer in a few days, and that is such a powerful shift in the planetary placements. And this is why I think also, for those of you who are here watching this video and you were brought here for a reason, you know that you are changing the way that you show up. You are changing the way that you move through this world, because you know your worth and you're starting to realize it. You're starting to work towards understanding what you deserve, the boundaries that you need to put up, the relationships that you want that are really exhibiting true partnership, true reciprocity, and true romance, true passion, which is everything that you've deserved up until now. And a lot of these terrible experiences or difficult experiences, challenging experiences in relationships and in other areas of your life have brought you to this point. And this is exactly why things are shifting. Things are shifting. Okay, so here's the High Priestess. This is a time to pause and reflect, not to take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. Yes, my beautiful Cancerian family, you are such an intuitive being and you know exactly what you deserve. That's starting to come through in online. And then look at this card, the Awakening card. Yes, we are all awakening. I just really love you so much, Cancerians. I identify so much with my Cancer rising. I mean, I'm a Virgo sun, but I identify so much with who I am as a Cancer. So I love you guys so much. Okay, the Awakening card. Look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. Yeah, I mean, you're already working towards this awakening and this different way of showing up, this different way of thinking, this different way of seeing yourself, and understanding that you come first no matter what. And that is not selfish, my beautiful beings. That is not selfish. That is your right. It is your birthright to take care of yourself first, to put boundaries, to honor your energy, to take care of your physical and energetic system before anything else. And if you have other people that you need to take care of and nurture and all of that, that's totally beautiful, and that's part of life. We all have that, but we can't do that in a great way if we don't do that for ourselves. For self-love is a massive learning in life, especially for Cancerians, because we're all about like creating a home, nurturing, and creating spaces and environments for everybody else to feel good, to feel comfortable, to feel happy, to feel joy. And that is such an amazing thing. However, if you're not giving yourself that, then you are really not only depleting yourself of so many things, but also how are you showing up for others? Is that coming from a real place of strength and love, or just a place of, well, I need to do this in order to, you know, feel like I'm doing something for other people, and then that in turn tells me what my worth is? No, my loves, your worth is from you. Your worth, your sense of worth, your sense of your power and your strength and why you're here, it all comes from you. You're born with it. You are born with it. The universe doesn't create us for no reason. The fact that we are here aligns beautifully with our strength, our power, right? So you have everything that you need already. Let me just pull a few more cards. This is a beautiful reading. Please, if you are here, this is meant for you. Pay attention to all of the changes that you're already doing. Even if things don't look like they're changing, or like it's you're not seeing it, the evidence already, like in the 3D or like in your real life, it does not mean that the change is not coming. It is. Your change is coming because you put in the work and you're finally understanding who you are and how much, oh, how beautiful you are. That relationship that you have been dreaming about, that you know is coming, or that you have been longing for and wondering, like, what the heck? I'm so great to everybody. I do so much for everybody. When is it my turn? It's your turn is here. It is around the corner, I promise you. But you have to continue to focus on you first and make sure that you're taking care of you first, and that your joy, your happiness, and your strength and your power, that you realize that that is within you already, and you connect to that in a beautiful way, and you walk this world feeling and knowing that you have everything that you need. And then that opens up some space to bring in someone else who understands and appreciates you and sees you for the beautiful light and strength that you bring to this world. So just don't forget that. Please don't forget who you are and how much amazing light you have. I'm getting so many messages around that, like, it's your turn now. It's your turn now. And I know it's so hard for sometimes for you to believe that because of everything that you've been through. And I totally, totally, I understand. I am with you 100%. Thank you. Let's see what's come up here. Yeah, Four of Swords, which is really all about, right, giving yourself some time, taking care of yourself. It's all about self-care. It's all about resting. So it's all about, think about just not continually feeling like you have to do for others. It's about really doing for you. And sometimes what that means is resting, taking time to think and reflect on what's been working, what hasn't, where can you make some changes. The focus is all on you. And you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to focus on you. It's what you're meant to do. Okay. Yeah, the tower. This is a huge tower moment. And, I know that the tower sometimes has some negative connotations, but it depends on the reading, right? And the cards that come up and what we're talking about. But for me right now, what I'm getting intuitively is like, this is a beautiful tower moment for you, because you are finally understanding that you can no longer deplete everything from you and like forget about yourself and focus only on giving to others, because this life is yours. You get to create the way that it is and what you experience. And a lot of those difficult, challenging, toxic experiences or relationships that you've had up until now have been because you have forgotten to take care of yourself and focus on yourself. And there's no, again, no judgment here. This is what our soul decides to experience during these lifetimes, so that we can learn how much we are worth. We can learn self-love. We can learn self-trust. We can learn to tap into our intuition and follow that, right? A lot of times we have red flags and we ignore them. I know I've done that. And so if you've done any of that and you've experienced relationships that have not been what you thought they were going to be, or you're in, places in your life that just haven't worked out the way that you planned or the way that you hoped, reflect a little bit on how you've been showing up and where you've been really dismissing yourself and your needs, because that's where the work is, and you'll start suddenly understand why certain things have happened. So that's a tower moment. So a lot of you, I'm getting, have probably just experienced recently a tower moment where it's just like bam, and all of a sudden you've been like, wait a minute, what the heck am I doing? I can no longer continue to allow myself to be treated in this way. That is a tower moment in the right direction. That's a tower moment that's like really waking you up to what you deserve, the type of life that you deserve, the things that you want to come in, and what you need to do for yourself in order for that to happen. Okay? A few more cards here. Yeah, you've got the strength to do it. This is the strength card. You've got the strength to do it. And a huge piece of this, like, let's say, tower awakening moment is, because you got the awakening card, didn't you? I'm not sure. Interesting. Maybe a lot of that awakening moment is um, realizing the strength that you have. So a lot of you, I'm feeling, had to make a decision that was extremely difficult and you didn't think you were going to be able to do it because you knew it was really painful. And as a Cancer, that is so difficult because we feel everything. You feel everything. You're an empath, you're a natural empath. And to make difficult decisions that are going to be painful, not only for you, but for other people, is extremely hard. And you probably didn't think you were going to do it. But let me tell you something, you did. You did, because you are strong and you are powerful. And that's why, sorry, I'm showing you the Starseed card. Here's the Strength card. You are strong, you are powerful, and you realize that you have the strength for it. But look how beautiful. Starseed, right? You are Starseed. You are here, yes, to heal, to take care of, to nurture, to do beautiful things for other people and help. But that has to come for you first. Okay? That has to come for you first. There's the other. Look at this, the Emperor. You are all tapping into this amazing energy of strength, power, true light, creativity, being the emperors of your life and putting yourselves first. That is the messaging here, okay? Please understand, Cancerians, that you are amazing. You are amazing. Yes, you are sensitive beings. You are empaths. You feel everything. You are nurturing. You are the sign of taking care of everyone else. And that is a beautiful thing that you should never, ever, ever ignore or stop doing. The key here and the messaging here is, my beautiful Cancerians, is that you need to do that for yourself first, because the new experience of this life is right around the corner. The universe just needs to see that you're going to put yourself first in this process, and that is why they were like, you need to get out and give our fellow Cancerians a beautiful message. So happy Saturday to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. If this resonated, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you're working through. This is a new channel and I would love to build a community with all of you. So go ahead and let me know if this resonated. Take care and have a wonderful weekend.